Hey everybody, the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is going to be dedicated to One Piece Chapter 800, the big 800, an Underling's Vow. And we open up with a cover page of Snow White Robin, with Sanji on there desperately trying to give her the wake-up smooch, looking like an anteater in the process while being stopped by goats. Are those the children of the Pone Goat, you think? Or the kids of the Pone Goat, probably? Sengoku's goat.
Let me see that. Maybe.
Yep.
Who knows?
And we open up with pretty much exactly what I was hoping for. Yeah, there's no way I'm doing this.
Well, I mean, hoping it. Just like we all knew it was coming. But at the same time, though, I think as we're gonna read through this chapter, it's more than just that. So
yeah, but like I said, one thing I kind of find out like right off the bat was like Luffy saying he doesn't like the taste of alcohol, but what is he drinking then all the time they're partying?
Yeah. Also, how old is he?
Well, 19 now, but that's not a big issue.
Well, no, you have to follow the law, okay? 21. Actually, I think he's a pirate.
Yeah, I don't think that really applies in this case, or at least enough to be a consideration. Anyway, like I said, Bartolome, they're all kind of like, wait, what? It's not about the taste. Like they're gonna pretty much the Bartolome point out like, you saved all of us guys, and because of that, you're gonna be on all the big hotshots hit list. They'll be after you. But like, if I drink this, doesn't that mean I'll become the commander of this big old fleet? That's right. And with these guys at your beck and call, you'll be able to openly become a big shot pirate. And you're gonna need at least as many people if you want to take over the world. Like, and Zoro's like, just leave it alone. He's not into that kind of stuff.
You know, I kind of like the title Captain Commander. I mean, they did that with Bleach. I mean, Captain Commander just sounds really cool.
It does, but that is kind of fitting for like the whole thing. Also, if I just realized, like on the double page spread that opens it up, you can still see Fujitora's rubble right above them.
Yeah, well, there's a reason for that, obviously.
Yeah, we'll get there in a minute, and like they're wondering if Luffy's displeased about this. Like, if they want him, it's like surely this will be of great use to you. Don't you want it? Too uptight. Like Luffy's all like just like this grossed out look on his face.
It's true though. It's too organized. It's too like structured. It's too military. For Luffy.
Yeah.
He's a very laid back pirate and again, pirates are about about themselves. Who cares about what other people think? So in a way, if you think about it, an Armada does seem kind of very unpirate-ish in a way, and he has a point there.
Yeah, but then he starts getting interested in the banquet, like, oh crap, his attention's changing to the food. We gotta do something.
It's like, why would you? It's like you're forcing him to be a commander. What the hell?
Well, we'll get to that.
And this is really funny though. It's the way like they want him to be, and then he's like, "No, I want to be a pirate king, not some poofy big shot." So So it's actually interesting. Like he does.
I do like I like how they're like, wait, they're like all they're just like, what? Even Leo at the bottom there. Even Law's like, did he really?
Oh yeah,
just
I
say
totally
that?
didn't see that guy because
And you can use that maybe like a couple double ones there for props for
and I think the Elboff guy is also doing it too, but they can't show him because he's too big.
That's probably why I've got the couple question marks in the speech bubble.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah.
And I like Zoro at the bottom there. It's like he's dipping his hand in the drink. Hey, don't you just stick your hand in? They invented cups. That's why they invented cups. And they're all kind of getting into it. But then Luffy's like, if we ever get into a pinch, then yeah, we'll just yell for you guys. And if that ever happens, come help us.
So yeah, he just basically wants a casual relationship, and he doesn't want the formality of everything.
Yeah, there's no need for all this boss underling stuff. I don't want to be some crazy big shot pirate. And if you guys are ever in trouble, just yell for me. You have my word. I'll be there before you know it. Like I said, we all fought Mingo together. And I like this part. You're like, Bartolomeo gets it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That he's like, of all people, of course, it would be Bartolomeo who gets it. He's like, no, he doesn't. He wants to be free, which is all about being a pirate. So yeah, and then eventually the Marines come in.
Not the Marines. They're other pirates.
Oh yeah.
These are pirates who had to deal with Doflamingo. Now it's ruined because of Luffy. Yeah. Now they're coming for Luffy, and they're probably gonna deal with King Riku too.
Yeah, I didn't get to I wasn't able to get to the. No way, it wasn't pirate Marines yet. But it's actually interesting to point that is it the Marines, and then they reference it to Navy. It's like, make your damn mind. It's the Marines and Navy. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Navy.
Well, it is this. It's more of an English issue. And Japanese uses the same word, like Kaigun, which kind of means ocean or sea soldiers, which is Marine.
I don't know much about the military. Oh, well, not the military, but like in terms, the military. So, in terms of the military, is the Marines like the ones that do both land and sea? Because I know the Army does land, Navy does sea. What is Marines again?
They're more amphibious. Like they're kind of like they work. Yeah. They're under the Navy, but they handle like the Navy's land operations.
Yeah,
like if you have to go from sea to land, that's what in our armies at least that's what the Marines.
Yeah,
are.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. So.
So in this case, it is the One Piece Navy is maybe a mix of those.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they do go on land a lot.
Yeah.
They have a lot of land operations.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways,
When
as they realize this part, like Bartolomeo and all of them are realizing that Bartolomeo admires him even more. It's like all the other guys are thinking, like, you know what? That says that doesn't even matter what Luffy does.
yeah, they're just like, okay, we'll just do this, with regardless of whether or not Luffy accepts. So, so let's see.
And meanwhile, Olympus's fleet is kind of fighting off the pirate invaders.
Yeah.
Like go deal with them. We got stuff to do here.
Yeah, but of course, who comes to help? It was Fujitora.
Yep.
He let the
he drops Pika's crotch on them.
Oh yeah, I didn't actually notice that.
Now that's got to be an embarrassing way to go.
Yeah.
It's a giant hard crotch. Anyway, it's like Fujitora pretty much is like declaring this as a parting gift for Luffy, and then everyone else back on the boat, all the pirates, all the would-be underlings are pretty much just drinking their cups themselves.
Yeah. So
like they swear to become Luffy's sword and shield, or payment for all he's done for them.
Yeah.
And with every fighter they're being, will selflessly take these cups and become his underlings.
So basically, they're saying is that they don't need to be the part of his armada based on a contract or some type of promise. They're doing it of their own free will, which is exactly what Luffy, is all talking about.
Yeah. A lot of comments I've seen here pointing out the fact that this is pretty much what Luffy normally does to get crew members himself.
Yeah.
Because whenever he wants someone to join, he's like, I want you to join my crew. They say no, and he just keeps at it until eventually they give in.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are going to be Luffy's underlings whether they want him to or not.
Yeah. So they're like, okay, let's start the banquet. Yeah.
I like Frankie here, like, because he's a gang boss. He knows about this kind of thing. So it's like an underling's vow. Whoever heard of that sort of thing?
It's actually, I find it hilarious that they call him Big Boss Straw Hat, and the reason why I find it hilarious is because I'm playing Metal Gear Solid 5,
and Big Boss is like a major character there, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's the main character in Metal Gear Solid 5.
I know he's a villain in other ones. So.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is the villain in other ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, Big Boss is a character, and so it's weird. Like I just played it like literally an hour ago, so it's kind of funny for me.
Yeah, I also love Luffy. You're like, despite saying he doesn't like alcohol, he's upset because the cup is suddenly empty.
Yeah, I was just
I love Zoro right there's like just licking his chops.
Like Luffy would get he didn't like alcohol or what?
Well, it was still his, and then Zoro drank. I love Zoro's just look on here. It's like,
what are we gonna do with it?
Buddy.
He's gonna drink something he doesn't like? Come on.
Good work, Zoro. Good work.
Anyway, so yeah, they reiterate the fact that they're gonna pledge their loyalty to them selfishly, of course. They're doing it of their own free will, and that way Luffy doesn't have to be responsible for what they do. They're doing it of their own accord, so it's their responsibility. So it's very different from it's such a very Straw Hat unique way of doing it, other than versus the Whitebeard, because I knew that he wasn't gonna do the Whitebeard thing. It was just too unlike him. He wasn't like Whitebeard.
The One Piece podcast was kind of talking about this. Like they haven't gotten releasing an episode about this chapter yet, but last week's episode they were kind of talking about this a little bit, and they were saying it was kind of like somewhere in the middle between his proper subordinates and the pirates that are allied with him. Like these guys kind of are under Luffy, but they aren't like formal subordinates of his. Like they're kind of allies. They're not a little more than allies, a little less than underlings.
Well, I mean, it's because Luffy didn't want it. Luffy didn't want them to be underlings.
Right.
Had he said yes, they would have said so. So.
Yeah.
To them, they're just they're underlings, but like to Luffy, it doesn't matter. They're just friends.
Yep.
So it's actually their whose perspective is from, and that's what the interesting part is. And of course, it goes back to the reason why the perspective is different is because it has to do with free will.
Yep.
If they do it of their own accord.
Yep. Which
actually is better because that. They don't have the responsibility of having to serve under Luffy. They can say, oh well, this is something I chose, so it's so it's a lot. There's actually a lot more loyalty in it than if there was like some type of formality contract or whatever.
Yeah. And then we kind of just get a little bit more here. Like pretty much after this party's done, Leo's gonna go back to Dressrosa since he's just gonna go back to base basically.
Yeah, well, I remember I asked about that. Remember, I was like, "Wait, what happens with Todd? Are they gonna leave?" And it's like, "Oh, he's going back." Okay.
Yeah, he did want to make sure they took part in this part though. And then the rebels falling on all the other pirates, and Vice Admiral Bastille, the masked guy, is getting a report that all of Fujitora's rebel is falling, but it is not hitting any of the Straw Hat aligned ships. And then Fujitora is pretty much like, I'd like to keep this all a secret, but for all you've done in keeping the government clean, even if incidentally, like, I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. He shouts out loud and bows. And then right behind him, I heard that.
And it's former Fleet Admiral Sengoku
riding a gorilla.
And I love his reaction. It's so perfect. It's like, oh. And his eyes open. It's hilarious because he's clutch.
And he's riding the gorilla too.
I know. I'm just like.
Then we have a nice little moment with Rebecca and Kiros. And like they're actually holding hands. Like it feels warm, doesn't it? Yes, so ever so warm. And they're remembering back when he was a toy soldier and he said that he couldn't feel her warmth at all. So it's a nice little moment of that.
So I'm assuming they're just gonna stay and live in that house then.
Yeah. And it's like, are you crying again? I'm not crying. Don't be silly. Blowing the Frankie.
Yeah. So that's really awesome. They have this awesome. I swear, this is such a great picture. Baby 5 is there. I just realized that she's joining in.
Where is she?
She's on the bottom left.
Oh, I see her next to Robin and Usopp.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, they're having their big old party moment now. It's like, they also have some dialogue in there where a most unprecedented underling's vow took place here today. We may never know whether they were drawn to him or if they had some other plan in mind, but today 7 rogues declared themselves Straw Hat Luffy's underlings. Each will soon grow into their own and leave their mark on history itself. They will be responsible for a pivotal occurrence in this age, but that is a tale that has yet to be told.
You know, it actually made me think. Do you think each of the 7 pirate crews are going to be told their stories? Each of them could be told through the cover pages. Like
I could see that. Like, I don't know if we'll have like the full length cover stories for all of them, because even how long those things get. But that would be pretty neat.
Yeah, because and it's special for them because they're actually associated with Luffy now. So
yep, and it's like. But like I said, you saw Baby 5 on there. Like they're all kind of celebrating. My personal favorite there is Law's expression when Zoro's dragging him into the party on the far left.
Oh yeah. I know some guys too, like Don Chao. Who's some Tentados and
Some Tentados like floating around, running around.
There's that guy who's upside down above.
Sai.
Yeah. Holy shit, these guys are.
They're just getting down.
And of course, what's really sad?
Wait, Cavendish on the upper left.
Where is he?
Right below Luffy and one of the guys eating meat.
Oh, I can't see him.
Left side, right at the bottom, like where it says "woohoo."
You're different. I'm looking at a different thing. Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, it's just a weird face. You know what's really sad though? Is that the entire Star Crew is not here.
Yeah, it makes it. That's kind of the downside here. Like they're still separate, but hopefully that'll start getting set up with the next few chapters here.
Yeah. It's like, oh, come on! There needs to be more. Everyone needs to be joining this on this. I can't believe that like half of the crew is basically missing out on this.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get that arranged. They'll get their own little party to make up for it later.
Yeah.
But I said it, and it is like that was a good chapter. Though, like I said, it's an 800 like big number there, so of course it's going to be. But still.
Yeah. Does he do that with every 100, or is it just like?
There's usually something going on there. Right around the time I first started following week to week was when they hit 300, and that's when we saw Enru wanting to go to the moon.
The moon.
100 was when they first entered the Grand Line.
Oh, okay. So he actually paces us out.
Yeah. In fact, I remember something that said he had to cut the Logtown arc short because of that, because he had to pace it out so they reached it on 100. So all that extra stuff, you look at watch the anime version of the Logtown arc, is stuff he wanted to put in there but had to keep out.
I don't remember it. One, because I watched the Focus version, so I'm sure that stuff was cut out anyway.
Yeah, they had a couple extra little things, like Luffy running around town exploring, hearing stories about Roger.
Okay.
Usopp having to actually fight a gunner duel for his goggles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, is there anything else? Okay, so I'm just gonna say right now, I think one of my favorite panels was the Admiral saying, "Oh, don't."
I heard that.
Yeah, of course it doesn't. I like how even though he was a fleet admiral, he has so much personality.
Yeah.
Not stuck up like Sakazuki.
Yeah. Like especially now.
Yeah, so it's like I heard that. Who cares, right? I don't care.
Well, he might care, but at the same time, yeah, it's like
he's not gonna do anything about it. He's not gonna report.
My favorite panel is the one of Zora licking his chops after drinking all the liquor. I just love that expression on his face.
Sakazuki's stuck up. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the point, that he is supposed to be stuck up, but
yeah.
I'm still shocked that Fujitora was picked by Sakazuki, because I'm like, or was he, because this Marines is all about absolute justice now. So it's weird that now you have the most moral admiral out there, even more so than Kuzan.
I think it's actually the biggest surprise to Sakazuki.
Yeah. Really? Like the Sakazuki didn't know that this was side.
Well, he knew Fujitora's moral, but I don't think it occurred to him he would go this far, right?
Oh yeah. His reaction was pretty like, "What the hell are you doing?"
It's pretty extreme on there. Like I don't think anyone would have expected that, an admiral to go on there, because his big thing is that the Marines keep face. Like Fujitora is powerful, moral. He's a good
Yeah.
He's a good soldier for that part.
I think Fujitora is still willing to play his part. So, but it's interesting that he's different. They still make him different than Kuzan. Kuzan is of course not afraid of going into the black market, and he's part of the underworld now. So
Yep.
It's really interesting. And I think that's sorry.
Directly with Blackbeard too.
Yeah, and he has a bounty on his head. So it's kind of weird. It's such a weird thing now because I was watching the Marineford fights, and it's just weird seeing how he's like one of the admirals now. He's like has a bounty. He's like, wow, how did that change so quickly?
Wait, does Kuzan have a bounty?
Yeah, I saw a picture of it.
Where?
You're gonna have to look it up because I remember seeing it. But yeah, they didn't show the bounty number, but they showed like the picture, the wanted poster. Let me see if I can. Yeah, but let me see if it's canon.
Yeah, it may not be because I don't recall anyone ever mentioning a bounty before. But again, I don't know if I was following discussions and stuff at the time, so maybe I missed it. Like only since we've done these have I really been following like discussions and stuff on this a little more.
I saw it somewhere and it was showing. I don't know. Maybe it might have been fan made, but
most likely because there were a lot of those back in the day. I know.
Yeah.
Actually, here, real quick thing, little minor, unrelated to anything else. There is a theory I kind of realized thought of a little while back. There's one bounty I'm sure like a lot of people would be curious about, but we don't know yet. And that's Rogers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, that reminds me of something else, but we'll get to that in a second.
Oh, I found
a theory. Okay, but a theory I was wondering was, I don't think we'll ever learn what Rogers' bounty was until Luffy reaches it.
Yeah, it's probably like 1 billion.
Probably. Also, I almost forgot. Like they actually make a mention of Luffy's bounty being 500 million now.
Yeah, I remember. I was going to say that, but I think I forgot to say it. But yeah. I don't know if I was supposed to know this. I completely forgot. But it's 500 million.
Yeah, because I noticed at first I thought it was a typo because I know his bounty was 400 after Marineford.
Yeah, but then I forgot what he did to increase it. Whatever.
Well, this.
Oh well, I thought the 500 was already there to begin with. I didn't know
it was 400 during Fishman Island and Funk Hazard.
Okay. I knew it was 400 when he left Sao Buddy, but Sao Buddy, whatever it's how you pronounce it.
The One Piece podcast calls it the archipelago that shall not be named.
Yeah, so I knew it was 400. That I kind of stopped paying attention, so I was like, oh, was it 500? I don't know. But yeah, so I'm just saying like, wow, word travels fast. But then again, the Marines right there, so they're probably like it just increased by 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well. I'm just curious, like, has anyone ever actually captured and turned in a bounty that's higher than 100 million? Because I'm just like, because you think about it, it's like we've seen a few bounty hunters. Of course, Zoro was one of them, but it's kind of like they've always been like looking for small fry. Has there ever been a bounty captured like who was actually like paid that much? Like you think about it, right? Can anyone even afford that? With all the pirates have such high bounties.
I mean, that sounds like something to consider. There, I'm not quite sure what to think about that. I mean,
if you're that powerful, you might. Sorry.
I mean, so far the biggest name bounty hunter we've seen was one of the guys in the Coliseum, the guy with the cactus head.
Yeah.
We have not seen since. Come to think of it.
Don Chajao?
No, he's one of our guys. John something.
Oh, okay. Because it's just funny to because it's like if you're that powerful, you're probably already part of the Marines, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm like, I'm assuming the Marines probably just get promoted, don't get paid. Okay, so I think it's fan made. Yeah, it's fan made.
Okay.
But I'm sure there's a bounty on it because if he's associated with Blackbeard, I wouldn't be afraid. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. Here, tweet me the link and I'll see if I can maybe throw it in the description later or something.
It's on Google, so I don't know how to do that.
I'll find it then.
Okay.
Yeah. There's like view image or view page, but yeah.
It's images, yeah. But anyway, so Luffy's bounty has just been increased to 500 million. How much was? Oh yeah, Dr. Zhao was 500 million too. So
So was Usopp's.
Seriously?
Well, by Doflamingo. The whole God Usopp thing.
Yeah.
Remember, he's assigning them stars, like 100 berries per star. Like
yeah. But because of the whole, actually, no, I'm serious. Like because of the whole like thing about God Usopp, do you think the Marines actually increased the bounty tremendously for Usopp?
What I want to see is Usopp and Sogeking have separate bounties.
Oh yeah. That will happen. That's definitely gonna happen because I think no one's gonna ever find that out.
Well, that or they'll still call him Sogeking or something. I don't know.
I think the Marines don't know the difference. I don't know that they're two separate people.
Yeah.
Kind of like how they don't know Sanji's.
Yeah, that's right.
Pictures.
I want to say like you think they know, but then again you got this whole thing with Sanji, so.
So no. Mm-hmm. It's a joke. It's obviously a running joke. So I think it'd be fun. It'd be funny if Usopp somehow gonna hire want him. Probably won't because they realize that he's not the captain.
Yeah, I would probably what I would want to see maybe like
Maybe more than Zoro.
Soge King and Usopp's bounties combined exceed the others.
Yeah, that'd be funny. But yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think we got everything covered here. Like I said, One Piece was a lot busier today than this week.
It's
than
fun.
most others.
It's actually a fun chapter.
Yep, it's a party chapter. Of course, it was fun.
Well, yeah, but it's not like someone seeing your daughter explode and still not caring about the type of chapter.
Yeah, or a lot of non-action, which we'll be getting to later when we get to the Mario review. But
yeah, but that's actually kind of.
Yeah, but anyways, like I said, that's for the moment though. That's been our review here of the One Piece, the Big 800, An Underling's Vow. So if you have anything else you want to mention to us, drop it in the comments. In the meantime, keep an eye out every Tuesday for the Typical Manga review. Meantime, take us away.
Bye!